Hello everyone, this is Osiris Frost. On yesterday's double ship-shape edition of ATV, Disco Lando unveiled the next concept ship for Star Citizen, the Crusader Industries Hercules Starlifter. The concept sale will begin on May 11th, with a pre-sale beginning on the 10th. The Hercules will be available in 3 variants, the C2 civilian cargo variant, the M2 military variant, and the A2 gunship. This concept is the first in the Star Citizen lineup purpose-built to transport ground vehicles. We've known that such a ship has been a long time coming, and the Hercules looks to deliver in a big way. The cargo bay is large enough to fit 2 Tumbril Nova tanks, and with front and rear cargo ramps, loading and unloading them will be a cinch. And if it fits 2 Nova, you can be sure it'll hold a whole bunch of Cyclones or hoverbikes. The C2 will feature the largest cargo capacity of the 3 variants, while the M2 will trade some of that space for additional firepower. The A2 was shown to include 4 enormous bombs, much bigger than anything we've seen in-game to date. This concept goes a long way towards cementing into Star Citizen the reality of playing out battlefield-style combined arms battles, with the Hercules providing carpet bombing or close air support. This is interesting to me, as this is the sort of streamable content that you don't typically think of when you consider a sandbox MMO, but presumably now we'll have systems where maybe players are battling against Vanduul clans for control over territory, and you can tune into the live stream and watch the battle in real time. This will bring a ton of attention to Star Citizen, some of which will transfer into additional revenue. Now, it's important to note that the bulk of the turrets on the Hercules are oriented downward to provide the aforementioned close air support, and to clear hot landing zones to deliver combat resupply. These are useful features for a variety of scenarios, but it means that this won't be a direct competitor to other gunships like the Hammerhead, which has broader turret coverage. That's not a bad thing, but it is something to be aware of as you consider whether or not to purchase or upgrade to this ship. Lastly, on the subject of the Hercules, during that ship-shaped segment, the developers discussed that they borrowed from the existing design language of Crusader Industries' only other ship, the Genesis Starliner. This fact, coupled with the reality that the Hercules doesn't feature any new or exotic components or technology, mean that this is a candidate for being fast-tracked through the development process. That's not a stated fact, but I wouldn't be surprised to see it flight-ready in under a year. So as usual, I'll make a series of follow-up videos on the Hercules when the ship goes on sale and when the Q&As are released. At this point, I would expect that the price will be somewhere in the neighborhood of $350 to $450, but that's just a feeling I have based on the size and role of the ship. It's as long as and slightly wider than a Starfarer, probably better armed than a Gemini, but not a direct competitor with the Hammerhead. So I'm pretty comfortable estimating the price will fall somewhere in that range. We'll find out in a week or so how close I am. See you soon. That's all for today's show. Thanks for watching. If you're new to Star Citizen, or you know someone who's thinking of playing, you or they can earn 5,000 UEC on your account by registering with my referral code, which you can find in the show notes down below. If you have any questions, feedback, or episode suggestions, go ahead and leave them in the comments. And if you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.